There was a happy little haul of collage material in my local lending library. An old Scientific America, a National Geographic, and some other obscure magazine about archaeology. So I got to cutting and found all sorts of interesting goodies, of course. And they were older magazines too, not super vintage, but I guess to me, not super vintage, but like the 1990s isn't vintage for somebody like me. In any case, got some neat stuff, and I was thinking about this. Uh, Iconic, of course, the Earth rising from the moon, and I want to use this as the background because these guys will be my focal point. She also will be something of a focal point. This is where my mind is going anyway. I think I would like to somehow combine this image with this background. This background is going to be important. I have a lot of monochromatic things going on here, and I need to play with them and get to cutting and organize, tuck, all that good stuff that collage is made of. This is when I realize my fantastic plans for collage are usually flawed. Now, it's not going into a bad direction, but I really wanted to add these guys, did a lot of fussy cutting, wanted to put them here somewhere, and I feel that maybe a fight for the focal point. And that's usually what happens. Maybe you could do something like that, but these guys kind of get lost a little bit, I feel. I like the way this is looking by itself. I mean, I could just call it done and do this, even. I don't know. I do like the way it looks. I almost feel like just putting both of them into Photoshop and just leaving it alone. I had wanted to add this as well. It's a beautiful little, I don't know, kind of an amoeba quality to it. I wanted to add it somehow. Maybe I'm thinking too hard about this background. Because initially what I wanted was to have these guys working on her somehow. Maybe this could be coming out. But background is going to be very important here, and I feel like they get lost. It's just, here looks good because they're against a lighter background, which is her. So, best laid plans don't always turn out the way I want them to, or the way I feel that I want them to. I still love this. I've been wanting to use this anyway for a long time in a collage. Here we are. So part of me feels, I'm going to cut this away. I had tried to keep part of her outfit because I found it fascinating, but it's not going to work. I think I'll just go ahead and cut that excess because it doesn't bring anything to the collage, what the collage will eventually be. She is my focal point. She won. The boys didn't make it. So, there's a lot of possibilities here. It probably would be okay just like this, just crop it off. Maybe just, may not need too much more than this. If we just make it a minimal and call it done. I can scan these into Photoshop and see what happens and play with it there. It's the nice thing about Photoshop. You can crop in Photoshop and see what you come up with, and then I could maybe use it for something else later. Maybe that's what I need to do. Just get this out of my system. I think I might do that. Yeah, I'm gonna play with this in Photoshop and show you the final image in Photoshop, and maybe return to this image and see what else I can do with it.